And to nobody's surprise, The Last of Us 2 is using every excuse in the book that we've seen from Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who, Batwoman, and everything recently. Hello everyone, I am still Mecha Random 42, still the one, still the only, still the original, still your favorite YouTube jiggly harpy, and we're in the middle of a live stream talking about everything from mind control techniques to The Last of Us 2, and it turned into my live streams. They're a lot of fun. If you guys do like the content, like, subscribe, share. What's stopping you? Every month, YouTube turns off all the notification bells and unsubscribes people, so every month, like clockwork, I gotta beg, please subscribe, please. Last of Us Part 2 is getting predictably user score bombed on Metacritic. Well, no, it's also getting predictably review bombed by the critics too, because guess what? Review bombing goes both ways, Paul Tassi. Oh yes, it does. Review bombing is something that happens every time you get a lot of people overly positive about something for whatever reason, and it's not any good one way or another. This is a little big. I'm gonna make it just a little bit smaller. Randy Smith, yay! Your deck is on point today. It was for about a second. I'm gonna get a random zoom in a little bit here. It is getting predictably user score bombed on Metacritic. Yeah, we've got the predictable critic score of 95, and of course the user scores of 3.4, because guess what? A lot of people are upset. A lot of people did not like the emotional manipulation. A lot of people did not like the marketing campaigns. They did not like the YouTubers getting attacked from showing a GIF, showing a picture, and I say GIF because I'm not going to say giant or giraffe. Please don't correct me, I'm old, and yeah, I know, I said a thing, I said the wrong word, but I'm not going to change it, I'm too old to change it. And what I'm also too old to do is not see through their BS here. Sorry, I'm not seeing through your crap. And guess what? You can tell me it's a good game all you want. You can tell me it's amazing. From the most fair reviews I've seen, people do not like the fact that main characters, and spoilers, that main characters that you had the attachment to in the last game here, in this one, that the characters you had an attachment to here have some very, very horrible things, and pretty much it's just an emotional roller coaster of, well, fuck this, life sucks. It's a depressing game. It's a really depressing game. And, well, having something that you love hurt in front of your face. Do you remember the scene in The Kingsman where they had to go and pick out the cute little doggy, and then they're all like, now kill the dog. And he's like, no. That's kind of what it reminds me of with a lot of the gaming industry with Star Wars, Star Trek, taking all these characters that you previously had an attachment to and seeing, let the past die, kill it if you have to. Look at what happened with Luke Skywalker. Look what happened with Han Solo. Look at all of these things where they take something and they just rip your heart out just to kind of take you along the little manipulation highway of, our cause is righteous, we're right, you're wrong, you're going to like our game because we said so, and if you don't, you're an istrophobe, you're whatever. I'm not even going to read your stupid article. I have a few other things to talk about, though. Here we go. Somebody here. I wonder how many of you would still be freaking out if it was a straight sex scene. Probably about 8 of you saying that there shouldn't be blatant sex scenes in video games, and the rest of you telling the 8 to shut up, low-key homophobic, right? Okay, so we're going to talk a second about the Abby scene. Just a second. You've all seen it. I'm not going to show it. There's a graphic scene in The Last of Us 2 from a woman who's ambiguous in gender, probably a woman of some sort, at least is now. I don't know. She's not very attractive. She doesn't have, she's not very jiggly. Also, J-Hand, $5 super chat, Bicker42. What? Are they blaming Russian bots for the failure again? Didn't they do this stuff in 2016? Well, they've been doing this, and they've been doing this since Ghostbusters 2016. They've been doing this all over the place, and thank you so much. Oh, it's not working now. We've all seen the scene. I'm not gonna show it, but I responded to this. Look, I'm bi and I want to see hot chicks that are enjoying themselves. This looks like This looks like anal you-know-what of non-gender specific person made by game designers that have never had consensual sex in their lives. Stop queer-baiting people by claiming that they're homophobic, because not only that, I was under the impression that she was supposed to be a woman, but if you wanted to identify with her as a transgendered person, if you wanted to identify with this character Abby in the game, all of these things, right? John Peterson, $2 super chat, was 3.3, now I'm 1.4. I mean, come on. Oh, thank you so much. And mandatory carry at work, hashtag keep fighting. Well, thank you guys so much. This is all the same techniques that we were just talking about in the mind control video, where we're just talking about using this isolation, using cancel culture, using the fact that you will be excommunicated from a group. Yeah, so that was my biggest problem with it, and that was my problem. The other problem I really got to touch on, speaking of this, the freaking double standard of this, because you know what I'm pulling up here? I got to pull up this one. What is this? The angrygamer.net, Sony censorship policy, the censor games master list, you know, games like Senran Kagura, games that I really, really, really love. Those games where, here we go. We're talking about the Abby scene in this one. I had to get into that because just as predicted, there's this double standard where they're righteous and we are not. Where games that I absolutely love, like the Senran Kagura franchise that I even have games of on 3 effing DS, you know, the console that was supposed to be for the look, it's not, and my channel isn't either. I stopped buying Senran Kagura games on PlayStation and started just getting them on Steam, where they're not even physical. I do have one of these on Switch as well. Do I have that one here? Oh, yeah, I do. And Switch. And I was getting them on Switch because they started getting censored on PlayStation. But I can see full-on, forced, dry, up the backside Abby scenes from what? That doesn't look sexy, it doesn't look fun, it doesn't even look consensual hardly, it doesn't look like he even bothered to spit on it before he went in. So, come on, where's this double standard coming from? This is just to bully people, this is just to get back at people you don't like or who you deem are less than. There is no reason you have to go around saying that we're this or that, we're an istrophobe, or we're bots, or we're review bombing. Review bombing goes both ways. Every time I see a critic come in and give a fake positive score just for access, just to be part of the herd.
What do you want? When do you want it?
I have to laugh. I have to call out the BS. And that's what this is. We're just calling out the BS for all this. And you know what they've done with the Dead or Alive franchise, Conception. I got one of the Conception games. I have the second one. I have Conception Plus. I got one of them on 3DS. When 3DS isn't doing this, like, okay, what? They just don't like the Japanese games that feature girls that are nicely well-endowed, fun, flirty, strong women characters who don't have to go around taking revenge. Okay, the whole point of the game is revenge and bad, right? The whole point of The Last of Us 2, we get it. It's this dark, bleak, depressing, gloomy thing. And I've heard positive reviews from friends. I've heard people that I know who said, yeah, I watched a Let's Play of it, and it's not that bad. It's just one of those, it'll rip your heart out sort of things. Certainly not my type of thing. I like things that are going to make me a little more uplifted, a little bit. That's why I like playing Senran Kagura, and I don't like playing these shooters that are just bleak, gloomy, brown games. And it's not being afraid of the transgenders or the gays or any of that stuff, because like I said, I'm bisexual. I am not afraid of anybody. I don't dislike people based on their orientation. That's what actual homophobia is. No, we don't like this game. We don't like the tactics that they've been using for months now, attacking YouTube channels where they strike people for using any images of it, taking down Twitter handles. Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, his Twitter handle got taken down, probably with all signs pointing to Naughty Dog getting mad about images being tweeted out for fun, the memes, for tweeting out the memes, right? See, and that's the thing. Don't they make you kill a pregnant woman too? I don't want to do that in a video game. I don't want to feel like I'm being abused by somebody who's trying to get me to attack somebody else just to shame me, just to control me. And that's exactly the type of mentality that cults have control over people with. They make people do that sort of thing. This is the same thing. We go into cancel culture, where it's this us versus them mentality. If you do one little misstep, then you're out of the club, you're out of the clique, you're out of the cult. And that's exactly the same thing with The Last of Us 2. They just honestly can't understand. They honestly can't understand here what the issue is. Last of Us Part 2, what's the problem here exactly? Well, the problem is these entitled game developers don't understand that all of these techniques are being used against people, and they honestly really don't like your game. They honestly really have a legit problem with it from time to time, or they just don't want to play it, or they just don't, for whatever reason, they might not like it. The problem is that the people who make these articles, the people who make these games, don't understand that, because they are part of this whole culture of people who don't really understand that people have individual thought, right? People do have the choice. We have the choice to choose which games we want to spend money on, which things that we want to play. Movies are not mandatory, neither are video games. That is the biggest problem here, and I'm so tired of that. And also, here we go, shout out to Colin Cochran. He's such a sweetie over on Twitter. The audience score is not as low as I was expecting, but it's still pretty low for The Last of Us 2. It's going 95 here, and a 3.5 Metacritic there for the user ratings. Let's see, Kay Freeman. I'm surprised they did not put the LGBTQ thing on the cover just to say we are inclusive. Well, and that's the other thing. They didn't have the balls to go through with it all the way, because now they're backpedaling and saying, no, Abby's a woman. She's just non-gender specific for a woman. She's not your traditional body type, which is fine. Have a woman that's my body type, for fuck's sake. Have my body type on screen. You know what? Have my freaking body type on screen. I'm not a size 2. I'm not a fucking size 2. I'm chubby. Oh no, I got it. I know that. I got a gut here. I got an ass. Seriously, what's the problem with having a woman with my body type, right? Why can't you have a more realistic woman than, just a little muscle She-Hulk chick who people question if they're transgender? That's the problem. You went out of your way and you troll these people, and you use the whole homophobic thing just to combat fans of video games against each other. Darren S. Nice Baby Yoda back. Well, thank you so much. Because we jiggle here. Isn't he cute? Baby Yoda's adorable. I'm gonna scroll back, see if I missed anything. Yeah, Dude and Raw Dog, no spittle. Exactly. Forced dry. You guys saw it. I saw it. You saw it. Well, it's this image. You've seen it. Naughty Dog sets a single-day record for the most canceled pre-orders. And then, of course, people are coming out of the woodwork to troll people just to get back at them. Just to get back at them. I'm a 50 of 50 if I get The Last of Us Part 2. She-Hulk chick. I'm sorry, I'm not body-shaming her. I'm just saying, what woman looks like that? Normal, everyday women don't look like that. Seriously. Women don't look, especially in an end-of-the-world apocalypse. And that was the other thing. My one friend that I was talking to last night was saying, yeah, he watched it, and it just seems like a totally different game. Totally different. In the first Last of Us, you're in kind of an apocalyptic sort of setting, and now all of a sudden you're at a dance. You're not in that. People are going... It's just a weird change of pace on the game. And that's my biggest problem with it. So that's my rant on it. I don't like the double standard. I don't like the fact that something that is fun and flirty, filled with busty women, is censored on PlayStation, but we can see Abby's little raisins on her chest fully uncovered, and why is this double standard? Why is there a double standard? Why can I only look at basically an ugly chick? And I'm just gonna be blunt with it. And it's not body shaming or anything. Why is that the only approved female form that we can look at on PlayStation right now? Why is it that we cannot look at something like the Senran Kagura anime titties, but you can look at, and this video probably won't be monetized. I mean, unless, I guess I'm not really showing anything. I'll have to edit that stuff out. Mr. Roboto, how would one retain a major muscle in the apocalypse? And workout supplements, exactly. I hate the double standards too. Everybody does. And she is ugly. She's not even an attractive woman. And I get it. You have people like Anita Sarkeesian coming in and being like, women don't look like that. Well, put one that looks like me in there then, bitch. Seriously. Put one that looks like your ugly ass. Nobody looks like this woman either. And the model that they use doesn't even look like that. And if you actually look at the sex scene, which I have, her arms change from women arms to men arms. Yeah, they do. They literally change, and they're two different sizes. It's like watching the new She-Ra. It's disgusting. It's stupid, and I want to put it on there because they've been striking people left and right. So it needs to be said. The heck with YouTube. Let me get this straight. Sony censors 2D anime girls that are that sometimes they're not even realistic, but promote photorealistic human characters that are dogging it. Yeah. Like I said in mine, this looks like it's made by game designers who have never had consensual sex in their lives, right? It does not look pleasant. It doesn't look consensual. It doesn't look like they've ever done it in that area, because they would certainly know you don't just ram it in there like that, because you're gonna tear a new one. Literally, you're gonna rip her in half. Sorry, not very loving, not very consensual looking. I mean, a couple of little makeouts and you see her raisins fly out. They added hair to Abby between the leaks and the leaks and the release. That doesn't help. That doesn't help. They need to add, a woman's body on her. I'm sorry. And don't call me phobic or ist, because no, I do not look like that, and if I am supposed to be the person that they're marketing this game to, I want to see myself on screen. They cannot have it both ways. They can't go around and say, oh, you're just an istify. No. You want me to see myself on screen. Where am I on screen? Where am I in this game? Where am I in this? That's the problem here, is this double standard of, well, where are her organs? Where are her organs? It's just taking it up then maybe. Raisins. I watched South Park. I'm a bad person because I like South Park. I don't know if I'm going to be able to release this video, but if I am, I'm probably going to have to edit it down heavily. I'll try and leave some of the funny in. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm going back to my live chat. If I have more of The Last of Us 2, then we'll talk about it there.